away. But I hope everyone had great holidays and all that. Santa Claus was good to you. All right, is there a motion? We approve the minutes.
So move.
Second.
And motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, minutes approved. Okay, Virgil, you're up first today.
So we got two for you tonight. This one, 2531 26th Street. The owner has completely made all the repairs to the exterior. She's already replaced all the windows and she has it boarded up. So she's going to continue with the interior repairs. My recommendation is let's just go ahead and vote not to condemn on this one. She's got it out of the condemnable state, and we'll allow her to work on the interior through the permit.
Okay.
That's it for that one. All right. So the next one, 4700 McFarland Boulevard East. All right. So they have completed all the repairs to the all those balcony repairs that you see there. You'll see in the next few pictures coming up where all of those repairs have been made. Yesterday when I was out there doing the inspection for that part, they delivered the vinyl to cover that up. Once they get it covered, then they'll put the handrails back up. They've got dirt ordered to fill in the pool. They're going to just completely fill it in because it's not feasible to save it. So I was thinking of a recommendation of 90 days, but you may want to keep it closer to the vest to give them more time to continue on with their repairs as they are making progress.
What do they plan to do?
Oh, they plan to reopen.
Okay.
Yeah, they plan to reopen. It's my understanding after speaking with the contractors out there, they have not had any problems with any more vagrants out there on the property since they've been back working. Whereas the first time they were out there, even the contractor said they were out there a lot. So I don't know what he's doing to keep them off, but supposedly they're not there.
I'd rather give them 30 days at a time to see if they make any move. I'm out of there. I don't even want them here. That's good with you. I'd rather check them every 30 days. That's good with y'all.
I agree. I think that's too much.
Yeah. Like that.
Okay.
That's all I've got for tonight.
All right. Thank you, Virgil.
Yes, sir.
Is it the same owner? Is it the same owners?
Same owners that I've been dealing with for the past 2 years. Yes.
And they had it before when it was open?
No, this is not the owners that had it before it was open.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Council, I can't good-heartedly not speak against this.
Yeah.
This property has been a nuisance for the 20 years I've been here at the police department. I do not believe it's going to change. It is always an issue, and I believe it'll continue to be an issue. In the past 2 years, they have not made it to where it's a safe environment. We're patrolling it every single day to try and keep it clear from people, but this property, in my opinion, will go right back down to the way it was before. So I have to speak my piece on it.
I agree.
Is it same ownership, Chief?
Like you said, it was one from 2 years before. As far as prior to that, I think they bought it, but I would have had the specifics on all that. But it's always been a problem.
The owner that has it now purchased it after it shut down as Motel 6.
Please.
And it was shut down. This is a new owner. He's had it for the past 2 years that we've been dealing with him in property maintenance and eventually into condemnation.
Where is he from?
I may still.
Any idea?
Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember exactly where he's from. But he is from out of
He doesn't need
state.
to be spending any more money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Any other questions for Virgil? All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Zach.
I've got a rezoning for you guys. This is a property at 1125 19th Street. They're rezoning from MR1 to MR2, and this is Miss Howard's district. So the location, it's close to Hargrove Road, close to Harry's Bar and Amtrak station in that area. This is the property today, so that house does exist today. And they are, you can see the light color that they're currently zoned is MR1, and then that little bit darker brown is MR2, and that's the rezoning that they're requesting to go to. So they want to construct a duplex, so they're keeping the structure that currently exists, so this structure right here, And then on the back of that structure, they want to add basically another unit. And they would have 4 parking spaces. So that's kind of the idea here as to why they're wanting to rezone. They do meet framework. It does conform to framework, as you can see here. However, the Planning and Zoning Commission voted to not recommend approval at their November meeting. So there was 1 yes vote, Ms. Hornsby, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 no votes, and then we had 2 that were absent. Ms. Howard has been talking, I believe, with the property owner.
So I'm fine. This does conform to framework, and so I wasn't at that meeting, but the meeting prior to this, this was an agenda item. And so the no votes were mainly because of this petitioner not being able to meet the request to put the parking at the rear of the property. That wasn't gonna be able to happen, and they did go back and try to reevaluate it and change it up. And I think this is a particular case where they can't develop unless they can park on the front. And they do have petitions signed by the neighbors in the community that said that they were okay with the parking the way that it would have to be done. Was that
That's
correct?
right.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And there were some concerns. I mean, you can see that they're basically maximizing their lot with building and things like that that were somewhat concerns by the Planning Commission. But I think, they provided a little bit of supplemental information for Ms. Howard after the meeting.
How many parking spaces do they have?
It'll be 2 per unit.
Right. So 4 spaces total.
So you're in favor of it?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
So, Zach, I'm sorry, could you show me where the 4 are?
So on the top of your screen, there's 2 that'll be like in the front yard, basically on 19th Street.
Okay.
And then on the bottom of your screen, that's going to be the rear of the property. There'll be 2 more.
Do they drive,
Behind.
Yeah, so that was kind of one of the.
they drive down on the property to get to the rear, or they drive around and come in?
They drive down the driveway, and that was kind of the issue or the discussion at the beginning that then they continued to look more into it because there is an alley right there you can see, and the goal from the Planning Commission at the time when they were trying to continue it was to have the parking accessed solely from the rear of the property, but that's just not feasible because there is a retaining wall there that keeps them from being able to do that. There's a little bit of an elevation change.
There's a retaining wall right here.
No,
No, sir. Along the 19th alley, right there.
right there.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So there's a little bit of an elevation there, and they wouldn't be able to connect to that alley with a drive.
Okay, thank you, Zach. Is that all you had?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mayor Maddox?
Yes, sir. First, I want to thank K-Days Group for holidays at the plaza.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Don't have the numbers yet, but 2 nights I went, 2 separate times I went, it was packed with families and people. I can't say enough about what our team does at the city. Is city employees working extremely hard, starting 2 months out, to provide something great for the entire community and free for the entire community. Oftentimes I hear, what does the city do, right? What does the city do for people? Well, that event will likely cost us somewhere in the neighborhood of $50,000 to $100,000 ultimately for the city to put it on. But the quality of life that it brings, not just for our constituents, but Northport constituents, Tuscaloosa County constituents, is remarkable. And I want to thank Kay and her team. And the other thing I want to thank them for is they give up a lot of their free time and holidays, while the rest of us can take some time off. They're out there in the elements working. So I just wanted to say thank you. We'll get you some data by the end of the month, the financial data, participation data, everything else. But I just wanted to say thank you to them for a job well done, and to everybody else at the city who supported those efforts. And we want to thank you as the council for funding it. So thank you for the support of making it happen.
Kay, I was impressed with
the article from USA Today listing it like number 4 in the country, and they didn't even mention the skating rink. So, you know, that was good.
Katie, you did a great job.
Number 1.
And everybody that supported it, all the city departments, I'm really appreciative of it. Couple of things, kind of an arts and entertainment announcement time is the registration for the Mayor's Cup has opened up. So that's going to be on April 25th of 2026, 8 a.m. downtown. So each year we've had records. I'd like to get another record this year. So we'll see if we can't make it happen. But that's opened up and more information will be coming out. More of a timeline issue is that artist and live performer applications are due this Friday for Live at the Plaza and Druid City Arts Festival. So if you're interested in being part of that, whether it's the Arts Festival or Live at the Plaza, you got until January 9th, or to apply, you can go to Tuscaloosa.com. So we just wanted to get that information out there. So again, very proud of these events that Arts and Entertainment does for the city of Tuscaloosa. They certainly add to our quality of life. And that's all I have, Mr. Thomas.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
I want to piggyback a little bit too with Kay, out in Alberta with the tree and all the decorations. Nicole, y'all know Nicole Hirano, she is pretty phenomenal. We met several times over the holidays with things, but she set up the tree lighting and all that stuff. It was just first rate. And then the few times we've had problems, I want to give it to Mr. Northington,
Yes.
David Northington. Of course, this came from my improvement funds.
Right.
That's how this was all paid for. But anytime we had any problems with I think there's only maybe 2 nights the lights
Yeah.
didn't come on,
Yeah,
and they were out there. And she, in other words, like you said, Mayor, they never stopped. I mean, anytime I called Kay or Nicole, they got immediately taken care of, lights back on. All of that, so it was beautiful. Rarely a night I went past, people weren't out there taking pictures and taking videos and things. And even Ashley Wheat took her line dancing classes out there and line danced around the Christmas tree. So it was really, really special. But thank you all, and make sure Nicole knows.
I definitely will. And like the mayor said, we're getting all the information together because it's very exciting to be able to share with you those numbers. But this is a classic case of shared responsibility with so many departments helping out. And again, the special events team and the special events crew, and even the staff from the amphitheater, they're down there right now taking everything down. So, it's not over yet for us, but they do a great job and we appreciate everybody's support. It's fun to be able to offer the dollar skate for the city employees, and had a lot of people reach out to us and thank you for that as well. So thank you all for your support. It's appreciated.
It's been phenomenal. While we're doing the announcements, this Thursday is the groundbreaking of the University Boulevard Improvement Project, and we've got parking places for everybody. It's at 2:00 Thursday afternoon. It's our George Jefferson Day.
Where is
in
it?
Alberta. We're going to be. What's the name of those apartments that burned? Remember?
Chateau,
Lennox Square.
Lennox Square.
Lennox Square.
I'll say
Crescent
something.
Ridge Road.
It's at the corner of
It's at the corner of Crescent
University.
Ridge and University, and for overspill parking, the Hope City Church, right by Wright's Restaurant, all that are allowing us to park there.
That's a lot of
But we will have pizza from Domino's, and they're donating it. And so that's at 2:00, and hope you all can make it. It's about, like I said, almost 10 years in the making, right, Mayor? Also, everybody, this is for everybody, Antioch Pizza had brought pizza for everyone, and Vicki let us know it's not just for the councils, for everybody. And so,
Even Richard?
especially Richard, he worked hard this weekend doing home improvements. So that was a fun video, by the way. But anyway, I thank Antioch Pizza for doing that, and but it's for everybody in the room. Make sure you get a slice. Okay, Brandy.
So I've got 2 boards to go over with you guys. I know it's been a minute. so bear with me. If you remember, way before all of the holidays, we accepted resumes for Historic Preservation Commission. We did have a member roll off, Mr. Matt McCool, and we were looking for someone to fill that seat. We received 5 resumes, and as you all know, Historic Preservation Commission is mayor nominated but council appointed. Mayor reviewed all of those applications, and his nomination is Mr. David Diab. He's a local attorney, and that is the one that the mayor has decided to go with. And if you guys are okay with that, we can have that ordinance on next week's agenda.
I'm good.
So if we had residents submitted an application by email, did that go to the mayor? Is that where it went?
No, so well, if it's coming from email, it really just depends on who they submit the email to.
I think it was, all right, I'll find it out.
Okay. So did we want that one next week? Okay.
Sure.
All right, and then one other thing we've got is the Tuscaloosa Police and Fire Pension Board. Again, just before the holidays, we had Mr. Brian Garrity. He is no longer a resident of the state of Alabama, so we had to find someone to fill his seat on that board. This is a 13-person board, and a 9-member quorum is what they require. So we did not receive any applications. So I talked to the board's attorney, and you guys have about 2 options. Okay, so the first option is to leave that position vacant for however long. And then you also have the option to just kind of leave that portal on the website open to just accept resumes for however long we can until we get someone. But because it's a 9-person quorum, 8 of the 13 members of that particular board are active first responders. So sometimes they do have issues with quorum, so we want to make sure we have as many members as possible.
I guess you just leave it open.
Leave it open? Okay, that's all I have.
Thank you. And one other announcement, I do have I know I told you about the Tuscaloosa Tennis Center. We were going to do the ribbon cutting on January 20th, but that has been moved back. Eric, you want to explain why?
Sure.
There's nothing wrong with the center. It's just not the landscaping. Just
So
not
the
right.
center we've reached substantial completion. It looks great. You can go in there. I'm sure Mike would be happy to give anyone a tour. Phase 2, which we're going to talk about later today, we hope to go under construction, and because of that, there's still going to be a construction entrance in the front. And so we'd like to have everything cleaned up to meet our standard before we start inviting people out there to come tour it.
And the new piece of playground equipment is already out there too.
It is in place.
I know, it's really, really nice, but when will that part be open safely for kids to go in there and start using it?
So we would like to keep the construction fence up because it is an active construction zone.
Yeah, I would think so.
The construction schedule for the contractor is going to be 180 days. That is based on purely the amount of rain we saw last spring. We hope to have it done well before then, but because of a record amount of rain last May, we extended it out a little bit.
I really encourage you just to drive through from Kicker Road to Alberta Parkway and JC and C. It's indescribable how beautiful those courts are. And then we refigured the walking trail, and then the new playground equipment, and then the Boys and Girls Club. It's looking really great with their first phase of improvements to that club.
Yeah.
So it's a lot going on out there, but man, if you drive through there at night and see those lights, it's just really, really impressive.
The new entrance is complete, the hard courts are complete, the soft courts are complete, and so I'm sure Mike Goldhammer would be happy to show anybody that wants to come out there and take a look.
Okay, thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
All right, Scott.
Good afternoon, council. Welcome back. I am up at the top of page 2, just under the item that Mr. Pons covered. We're on page 12 through 15. You'll be authorizing the mayor to execute an amended development agreement with North River Hospitality LLC to provide economic development assistance for the construction and renovation of a hotel, restaurant, and spa located at 2700 Yacht Club Northeast, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. This was briefed in finance on the 9th. On page 16 through 22, you'll be authorizing the mayor to execute execute a development agreement with Jack's Family Restaurants to provide economic development assistance for the construction of a new Jack's Family Restaurant. This again was briefed in finance on the 9th. On page 23 through 30, you'll be authorizing the mayor to execute a project redevelopment agreement with Alberta City Land LLC to provide economic development assistance for the renovations, redevelopment, and construction of commercial development in the Alberta area. This was briefed in finance on the 9th. On page 31 through 38, and I think that was incorrect. I think that was actually briefed in finance on the 16th. I'm sorry. On page 31 through 38, you'll be authorizing the mayor to execute an amendment to the development agreement with Encore Tuscaloosa LLC to provide economic development assistance for the development and construction of a commercial development on the former McFarland Mall site. And again, that was briefed in finance on the 16th. On page 39 through 40, you'll be supporting sales tax rebate to the North River Hospitality LLC pursuant to the Sweet Home Alabama Tourism Investment Acts. This was briefed in finance on the 9th. On page 41, you'll be authorizing the purchase of equipment, supplies, or services from Southern Water Technologies, Inc. This is a total of $20,994 and comes to you as a previously budgeted purchase from purchasing. On page 42, you'll be authorizing a professional consulting and related services contract with All Star Talent, Inc. for recruitment and staffing services. This is a total of $62,448, and that came to you in projects on the 16th. On page 43, you'll be authorizing a professional services contract with Peregrine Technologies. This is a total not to exceed $350,000 and comes to you from operations. On page 44 through 45, you'll be amending the resolution authorizing the purchase to substitute 7150 Commerce Drive LLC as the new legal entity to acquire the title and ratifying the mayor's signature regarding the sale of the Hopkins Building warehouse. This comes to you from my office. It is just some technical changes on that sales contract. On page 46 through 47, you'll be amending the real estate sales contract with S&D Properties LLC regarding the purchase of 1209 James I. Harrison Parkway East for warehouse and storage use. This again comes to you from my office. This is the warehouse we're purchasing to replace the Hopkins building. We were able to negotiate some of the fixtures, racks, storage, and some other pieces of facility that are going to be of assistance to Mr. Thompson's group to stay. On page 48, you'll be authorizing the chief financial officer to draw a draft for the Kicker Road Sidewalk Project right-of-way acquisitions. It's a total of $1,240, and again comes to you from my office. On page 49, you'll be authorizing a contract with NEC Corporations of America. This is a total of $4,995.50. This came to you in projects on the 16th. On page 50, you'll be authorizing the mayor to execute a work authorization number G0925 with Atkins North America. This is for professional engineering services for the runway 422 extension. This is a total not to exceed $1,274,334.94, and again was presented to you in projects on the 16th. On page 51, you'll be authorizing the mayor to execute amendment number 1 to the work authorization for G0825 to Atkins Realis for the design and bid phase services for the Tuscaloosa National Airport Runway 422 extension project. This is a total not to exceed $45,859.92, and again was presented to you on projects on the 16th. On page 52, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Fueling Solutions, Inc. This is a total of $29,860 and was briefed in projects on the 16th. On page 53, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Deason, Inc. This is a total of $70,417 and was briefed in projects on the 16th. On page 54, you'll be authorizing a professional services contract with Fast Signs of Tuscaloosa. This is a total of $15,655.14, and again was briefed in projects on the 16th. On page 55, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Miscellaneous Metals and Fabrication. This is a total of $11,750 and was presented in projects on the 16th. On page 56, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Civil Works Construction LLC. This is a total of $65,000 and was presented in projects on the 16th. On page 57, you'll be authorizing a contract with TTL Inc. for ASNIA Geotechnical Consulting Services for a total not to exceed $25,000 annually, and came to you in projects on the 16th. On page 58, you'll be authorizing professional services agreement with TTL for the University Boulevard East Roadway Improvements Project, construction, engineering inspections, construction and materials testing, and construction staking. This is a total of $1,226,845, and came to you on projects on the 16th. On page 59, you'll be authorizing a professional services contract with TTL for the Rice Mine Road Slope Repair Project. This is a total not to exceed $18,000 and came to you on projects on the 16th. On page 60 through 61, you'll be authorizing a contract with Principal Environmental and declaring a bid law exemption pursuant to Alabama Code 41-1651B7. This is a total of $40,137 and comes to you from our Water and Sewer Department. On page 62, you'll be approving job class specifications for TPD and operations. This came to you in admin on the 16th. On page 63, you'll be authorizing amendment number 5 to the fiscal year 2026 general fund budget. This came to you in finance on the 16th. On page 64, you'll be amending exhibits A and B of 19-42 of the Code of Tuscaloosa for IT and operations. This came to you in admin on the 16th. On page 65, you'll be amending exhibits A and B of 1942 of the Code of Tuscaloosa for TPD, and this came to you in admin on the 16th. And that is all I have on the agenda. Are there any questions for me?
No executive sessions?
There is one brief executive session, yes, sir.
One, okay. Thank you, Scott. Any questions for us, Scott? All righty, appreciate it. Projects 2:30, finance at 3, admin has been canceled. We had properties at 4, and then council meeting at 5. Police and Fire Pension Board will meet Monday the 12th. And by the way, just because of the Martin Luther King holiday, I believe, the planning and zoning will meet in a different time on Wednesday, January 21st. Okay? All righty. Thank you. Any other comments, communications? All right, is there a motion we go into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
All right.
Yes, sir. As your city attorney and attorney licensed to practice law in the state of Alabama, I can certify that this executive session is to discuss securities plans, procedures, assessments, measures, or systems, or the security or safeties of persons, structures, facilities, or other infrastructure, including without limitation critical information concerning critical infrastructure, the public disclosure of which could be reasonably expected to be detrimental to public safety or welfare.
Okay, we have a motion and second.